You can do this. One of the most used phrases ever to motivate people to do things they never thought were possible. But what does it really mean? Does it take into consideration my disability? Does it take into consideration my finances? I've asked these questions over and over as I've grown up. The only answer I've come across that makes any sense is another question. Do I have the willpower to do this? It's not about what we struggle with. It's not about what we don't have. It's about what we do have. And we have willpower. We have love and support from friends and family. We want to see things and experience things. We are not traveling with disabilities. No, we are traveling with special abilities. So come, join us with your special abilities.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? I want to wait a few minutes. Maybe somebody will come in. If not, I'll just start letting you know what I've been up to and how things have been going. Yeah, so we're gonna start I'm gonna start a daily thing that I do, just a little inspirational thing. Hopefully, people will enjoy it and join. Why don't I talk about that first? It's a 365 daily challenges to live a more confident and fulfilling, carefree life, to live better than yesterday. What I have here is a box of 365 daily challenges that will push you out of your comfort zone and empower you to live a fuller and more carefree life. The way to play is there's no correct order. To complete the cards, you can start from one end and work to the other end of the cards, or just draw randomly. Simply draw a card out of the box and complete the task on it. If you draw a card and you don't want to do it that day, feel free to draw another. Well, I'm just going to start drawing cards and pick one, and that's what I'm going to do. So for anybody who wants to join me with this, the cards are like this. I'll just pick one every day, and this one says to say hi or hey to a stranger, just anyone. Give a compliment to someone you don't know. A small compliment can make someone's day and remind you to compliment yourself too. Hi, Diane. How are you? So this is called Better Than Yesterday. It's a game box. I don't want to really advertise, but it's a box of cards that you get. And every day I'm going to come up on a live or do a live. Hey, howdy, Roy and Becky. I'm going to come up every day and I'm going to pick out of, a big stack of cards. And, like this one, like I said, today, say hey or hi or wave to a stranger, just make a compliment, say, hey, I really like your hair or whatever. And it will remind you to compliment yourself too. So hopefully we can do this and make a fun game out of it. It's from the company What Do You Mean? Like I said, not sponsored, not advertising, just something I wanted to do with you all, with my family on YouTube, to maybe counteract or help build some of the negativity in the world, some of the negativity on YouTube. Hopefully, we can do this together. Here's tomorrow's a green thumb. Go buy a new plant, big or small, and give yourself something to care for. And help it bloom, and be proud of yourself for being consistent with it. Just simple little things say hey to a friend. If you're reading this, write a kind note and leave it in public. You never know what kind words will be just what someone needs. So write a little note to someone or leave it on a park bench, or hand it to somebody who looks like they're having a bad day. Write a note like, for instance, hey, you're not alone. And if you're seeing someone without a partner, or someone just sitting by themselves who look very upset, just have a little note in your pocket that says, hey, you're not alone. I can tell you a story about someone who was thinking of self-harm, and just having someone tell them that they're not alone helped them rethink, at least for that day, that self-harm wasn't a good way to deal with their issues, that things do and will get better every day, especially if you know you're not alone. So let's see, the name of this stream, I forget what I named it. Or actually, I put down in the description that I've been having physical difficulties. They're kind of self-induced in a way. I got that new walker, and so I got that new walker, and I've been trying to be more mobile. Well, great in the house. I'm doing really good in the house. So I decided to go out in the yard, and one of my dogs got out of the yard, and Rebecca went around one side of the house, and I started to go around the other side of the house. I got the sun in my eyes, but really wasn't paying attention. And down I went into a hole. So it's not broken. I just sprained my right ankle a little bit, think about it. I've been in a wheelchair for a long, long time. So just me getting my oversized butt out of a wheelchair, I think I'm doing pretty well to just get that far. And I decided that I wanted to move. I'm doing the diet. Well, I shouldn't say diet. I'm eating the way I should to repair my kidneys. If not repair my kidneys, prevent them from getting worse. I'm hoping it's repairing. The doctor says that my levels are gone down to the point where I'm doing really, really well, and my kidneys should start repairing themselves. And he said he doesn't need to see me for 6 months. So 6 months, when I was going and having operations 4 and 5 times a year, I think not having to even go see the doctor for 6 months is a drastic improvement. So Roy, are you busy? Can you come up? I posted the link up top if you got time. You can hear my dogs out there barking. It's still nice out. We're in the, I want to say low 80s, 79, 78. Probably not as warm as Arizona though. Are you guys moving soon out of long-term and going into a campground or something soon, Roy? I was hoping you were. Oop, okay. I'm streaming on my phone. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. Is I've been planning a garden. It's a raised garden up off the ground because I can't bend. And I bought vegetables to put in a raised garden that we're warm enough here now. except we've been getting really high windstorms. So I'm going to have to stake that sucker down really well. And then every 6 weeks, yeah, me too. That's where I was at, Diane. Every 6 weeks. You know, I've gotten to a point where even if I look at meat, I get nauseous. I made, we brought Becky to it's called Wonder World. It's a cave system and amusement park, and it's one of her things she hasn't gone to since we got here in Texas, since like almost 20 years now. So I want to say about 20 years. So for her birthday, we brought her up there to San Marcos to Wonder World, and we brought her in the back way so she couldn't see. Just like with Wonder World, you can go the highway, and the minute you get off, you see the tower and you see the Wonder World signs, and she wouldn't know. So we went to Jason's sister's house, dropped off her cat. So Jason had to go there anyway. So I'm like, well, we might want to take Becky for the day and hang out and do some fun things. So yeah, and this is right after I fell in the hole, sprained my ankle. Well, 2 days after, because I walked in the yard with my walker and I fell in the hole. Only I can do that. Walk with a walker out in the yard and fall in a hole. It just seems so crazy, right? And then I thought, you know, I heard crunching when I fell. I had thrown myself forward, so not all my weight was on the ankle. Oh, I'm starting to slide away here. So Becky came around the corner with the dog and said, "Hey, you need help off the ground." I was on the ground, but I had like rolled over. I didn't look like I had. Oh, stress. Yeah, see, that's what I'm afraid of, because I was stage 3. I am stage 3. And yeah, I don't want to go to stage 4 and end up like on dialysis. No way. Not because of stress. I would find a way of getting rid of stress. If Rebecca was my stress, then I would find a way to move away or move out on my own. Even if I had to get another caregiver or some sort of someone to come in and help for a day or two, a week, something, help start your dinners, whatever you needed to clean or whatever. I would rather be in a place of my own and do that for sure. So Rebecca looked at my ankle and I said, well, I heard a crunching sound. So she had to work first thing in the morning. I said, don't worry about it. When you get home later, tomorrow night, we'll go to the hospital and just have it x-rayed. Because the problem with having MS and borderline, I really got type 2 diabetes, but I still say borderline. I won't admit to it, but I'm being careful. Anyway, so I really can't feel my ankle. So I went, so I heard the crunch. It did hurt. It did swell up. I did ice it. I did, all the things you're supposed to do. And I wrapped it. And then, so when she came home, I went to the hospital, had it x-rayed, and they said they couldn't find any breaks. But I don't know. I don't trust that hospital. I call it, well, not just me, but everybody else calls it the butcher shop too. I mean, it's so bad. It was walk in, like you go walking, and that's a trauma center. So it's like, if the trauma center and it's a Friday night and people can walk in, does that tell you? Not busy, no one got caught in a combine. I mean, we're in a farming community, no one cut their hand, no one had a heart attack, nothing. It was like 2 people ahead of me, and one just had some, another kind of sprain or break or something, and that's what all they were getting, is sprains and breaks and stuff, like nothing dramatic for sure. So, yeah, so anyway, that's what we did, and then, plus it was the day before Becky's birthday. The day before? Yeah, so I didn't wanna be in the hospital or stuck there on her birthday, so we went the day before her birthday. Her birthday, she had to work anyway, and they gave her a party at work, and then I just told her, when you have your day off, your next day off, we'll go and do something. So I didn't tell her what it was. So we ended up going up to Wonder World and did the cave system there, and they did the magic cabin, whatever. It's the one with the floors at certain degrees and makes your body stand crooked, one of those crazy houses. And I sat outside. I was not doing that. I had all I could do to do the caves. I mean, I haven't done the caves in 19 years, so that's a long time. So that was fun. We had fun. And then we went to Landa Parks, Landa Park. But then we went and had a big picnic, and just as we were going to get done with the picnic and go walk around the pond, and they were going to go hiking up the hiking trail a little bit, the big storm came in. So that was the storm with the rainbow. So we were actually on our way home when that rainbow, there's more rainbow pictures, but I'm making a video out of that. So yeah, that beautiful rainbow, we could see, it was so bright, and we could see one end to the other all out the window, and it was huge and very close up and very, very bright and brilliant, like vibrant. And it had a second rainbow that was, I'm sure people a little bit farther away than we were would have been able to see it, but we were so close to the cloud that, I mean, the clouds had just come down so far that the rainbow was like, it looked like you could just reach out and touch it, and it had all the colors, and it was very, very vibrant. So like I said, I'm making a video out of from the whole day, and I'll put it together. So you see down here on the bottom, the little ticker symbol, the buy me a coffee. That's for anybody who wants to give Becky a little something for her birthday. Usually, now that she's a manager, she doesn't get tips at work. Usually, when she can work outside and bring people their food and whatever, she gets tipped. So on her birthday, they all of them have a birthday thing they put on their hat, and then when they get birthday tips, they tape them all together in like a ribbon, so they end up with this birthday tip ribbon. But because she's a manager now, she didn't get no tips on her birthday. So I'm like, okay, I'll put buy me a coffee in the down in the ticker. We'll see if you get a buck or two. So if anybody's generous enough to want to give Becky a buck or two, there's that anyway. Not that we're begging, we're not. It's just, just whatever, it's, I just figured, but yeah, so she's so cute. She was screaming and, oh my God, Wonder World, I'm so glad. Like I said, we went to HEB Then we went around the back side of Wonder World. And so she didn't see it till we came down the hill and around the corner, and she saw the entrance to the zoo park. They also have a zoo. And she's like, "Oh my God, Wonder World, I haven't been here in so long. I'm so happy." So she was like, to be, see, we live in the desert south of Texas. It's all flat, and there's only live oaks and scrub brush and prickers and rattlesnakes, and everything out in that yard out there wants to bite you. The spiders, the snakes, the bugs, the grass, everything just wants to bite you. And so she loves hill country. So that's where we went. We went from down in the valley all the way up to hill country. And so there was real trees and grass. She actually rolled down a hill. So she hadn't done that. It was like seeing her like pop back to 6 years old. It was cool. She climbed a tree and she would roll down the hill, and she had a great time. So that was good. So now what we said we'd do is we would go to the campground up at Landa Parks and either rent a cabin or buy a tent. Or I have a tent in storage, but it's like been in storage since the hurricane, so I'm sure it's got dry rot. It's like we'll pick it up and we'll go poof in the dust. We're sure it's not going to survive, or didn't survive the hurricane. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff that the day before the hurricane, when we were told, this is going to happen, we picked the most secure storage facility that was higher up than we were, and tried to get most of our important stuff into that storage unit. And then we went and got water and emergency supplies and kennels for the animals so that we could transport the animals out of there. It was hard. And then everything in our house we lost. So whatever we have left is whatever didn't dry rot, crumble, get eaten by mice. And then only half of the storage facility's roof came off. And we were lucky because our building, we didn't lose the roof. But they did, a couple of weeks later, come in and replace all the roofs on all of the storage units. So basically our unit was without a roof. And I don't know if it rained or anything. Becky said, I think we went a couple of times after that, and Becky said it was fine, but we might have had mice. I don't know. So I don't know what's any good in there. We're still paying for it. But to get from where we are over to Corpus Christi up to Aransas Pass is a 4-hour ride. And then to clean out a storage unit and bring whatever we got left back, plus dispose of what we don't want and that we can't sell. So basically what we're going to have to do is drive out there, get a hotel room. So we'll drive out there real early in the morning, start cleaning out the unit, get a hotel room so that Will can stay longer. And yeah, Nancy, thank you for listening in. My friend Nancy, I grew up with, is listening from Spoggets, Massachusetts. She's cooking dinner. It's dinner time for a lot of people. Hey, Brene, how's it going? I haven't been on a live in a while, and I figured I'd throw my ugly mug up here for a while. So, yeah, so we gotta go through that and everything, and I've still been looking for a bus. I've had a couple of buses that I was interested in, but I haven't really gotten quite enough money together yet. But that's coming. I don't think I'm gonna buy a bus in the summer. It's too dang hot. And then to get it, and then where am I going to park it? I can't really park it here where I live because there's not enough parking. As it is, our upstairs neighbor drives, his mom's house is like 3 houses down the road, and he parks his truck down there and walks back and forth. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I did a bunch of stuff with Rebecca for her birthday. We surprised her. Went to a cave system, and then went to an outdoor park and had a big picnic and everything. So yeah, so we plan on going back to Landa Park. That's in New Brunsfeld, and we're going to go to the German village and have spaghetti ice. And there's a really good pastry shop there, so we'll probably get some German pastries and stuff, and who knows, we'll probably go to a German restaurant and make Darian jealous, because we don't get to go out to Helena, Georgia, to that meetup with all the German food and everything. So I guess we'll have to do it up here in New Brunswick, because that's a German village too. Then San Marcos is more of a college town, but it has a lot of natural places. Like I said, those caves are very, very, like, one of the oldest cave systems in the United States. When they carbon dated it back. So that's pretty cool. So that's what we've been up to. Like I said, I've been practicing killing myself with my walker. I'm trying to work on the house here a little bit. And, I went through the little bit of not feeling well, and a little bit of okay, and then a little bit of not feeling well. And not really bad illnesses, but like, I guess, sinuses and allergies and everything. But my kidneys are holding out. They're doing good. And I got that water distiller, and that's been really helpful. Really, really helpful. And like I said, every time I even look at meat now, I'm like, I just, meat turns me off now. I just don't even like to. Becky, she's like, oh, cook me a chicken and cook me a hamburger and cook me this and cook me that. And I'm like, go cook it yourself. You're making me nauseous. I won't want to eat my food. Me and my vegetable protein shakes and my salads. And I even found pasta that was, it's more than just vegetable pasta. It's actually a vegetable protein formed into pasta. So it looks and tastes and everything like spaghetti. And it's all organic and pesticide free. Excuse me. And all that. And now poor Becky, I buy her all organic meat, grass fed, pasture raised, all that. My other protein that I can eat and that I do eat quite a bit of is eggs. I'm allowed to have eggs. I don't use butter. I use olive oil, a one source olive oil, not like part of it came from this country, that country, and every other country. I buy California olive oil. There's cold pressed and organic and full of polyphenols, which is really good for you. So, and I've been losing weight, so that's good. And taking a lot of vitamin D because I don't get enough of that. And I'm vitamin B deficient because I have pernicious anemia and mega megahemoglobin anemia. In other words, I have anemia of the red blood cells that because they become mega size and they're oversized, they don't absorb enough oxygen. I gotta look that up again. But so that's another anemia that I have. So I have two different kinds of anemia. So I have to take vitamin B and magnesium, and I can't take potassium pills, but I can eat bananas. So I make vegetable proteins, smoothies, strawberry and banana and pineapple and all that with monk fruit drops in it for sweetness, and coconut milk. So I do that, but I like it real cold. So what I do is I puree the fruit up, because I already get frozen fruit. So I puree the fruit, and then I pour them in ice cube trays, and then I refreeze them so that when I go to make the smoothie, it's colder than what it would be. So that's what I do. I have eggs for breakfast. I have a protein smoothie for lunch. Then around 4 o'clock, I have a salad made with the high concentrated olive oil, and the red wine vinegar, and good seasons, Italian salad dressing mix. So I make that fresh. You potassium and protein are both restricted. Yeah, meat protein, Diane. You should be able to do vegetable protein. Yeah, and I have to be careful of my potassium too, because that doesn't help our kidneys either. But I eat no meat at all now, so I don't have to worry. And I don't eat dairy, so I don't have to worry about the animal protein in the dairy either. So if you're eating no protein at all, you have to, or your heart will just deteriorate and stop eating. Because protein is what builds muscle. So how are you feeding your muscle if you have no protein at all? That's confusing. See these dents in the side of my head? This is they concave like that when you're protein deficient. And that's what I have to watch out for. Oh, minimum. Yeah, see, my kidneys will not digest any meat protein at all. None. That's why it's only eggs and vegetable protein. And then I can't have lectin. No lectin. Like, that's why I can't eat regular pasta or regular certain beans and stuff. They have lectin, which is a poison, actually. Anyway, either way, when you have bad kidneys, it's just horrible to try. First, like, okay, so I'm Irish and French, and I grew up carnivore, like meat and potato, meat and potato, meat and potato, meat and potato. Um, that's how I grew up. We did have vegetables, but like, I guess by the time we got to, my dad did have a garden, but when we grew up, it was like the easiest thing was canned vegetables. We had a family of 7. My parents had 5 kids, so it was like, okay, canned beans, canned peas, canned wax beans, canned corn, canned cream corn. It was like, that was what. See you later. Thank you for coming up. So that was the big thing, was like, 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, was canned everything. I remember when TV dinners weren't garbage. Like, you got them and they were not an aluminum pan or plastic. They were little tin. It looked like one of those little trays you get at elementary school. And it had real chicken, and real mashed potatoes, and real vegetables, and a real cobbler. And then that's when they first came out. That's when TV dinners first came out. And then as, the late 70s, early 80s, they went to aluminum foil, and the food started to become more and more garbage, more preservatives. I remember when stuff didn't come loaded with preservatives. Like, if you didn't eat a loaf of bread in 2 days, it would go moldy. I like that because we didn't need all that garbage in our food. If we as a society went back to organic, growing our own if we're able, or you can even do a small garden in your house, people would be, I'll see you later, fairy dust. People will be much, much more healthy. My friend Liz is in the Disney warehouse shopping. She's a personal shopper. That's what I want to do. So when I get my bus and then down Florida, I'll be doing personal shopping for people. I'm trying to get well enough that I might be able to do some DoorDash, like Tim Tim DoorDash. I can make a few extra bucks on the side. I need a side job to keep me busy. I'm getting bored. I mean, not that I can't be on YouTube, but you know. But anyway, so I just wanted to come up here and let everybody know that, I'm alive. I'm here. I'll be coming on more as the week goes on. So don't forget to be better than yesterday. Say hey to a stranger. Give a compliment to someone you don't know. A small compliment can make someone's day and remind you to compliment yourself as well. That's an important thing. Build yourself up. Give yourself a break. Let yourself know that you care for yourself, that you're important. You don't have to have other people tell you. Life's short. Enjoy it. There's so much to enjoy. Get out there and try. That's what I'm doing. I might fall down like I did, but I got out there and I tried. I took my daughter to the caves and I did the caves. And I did a picnic and I walked a little bit around a park. And so if I can do it, you can do it. Well, I'm gonna sign off now. And thank you everybody for stopping in, and please don't forget to hit the like button, and if you like my content, subscribe, and if you know anybody who just needs someone to talk to, or someone to listen to, or somebody that's gonna try and help in any way, or if I can help in any way, share this out to them, and I hope I can inspire some other people with health challenges and physical challenges and emotional challenges to have a better day. So thank you, Diane. Thank you, Roy and Becky. Thank you, Fairy Dust. Thank you for everybody who's stopping in. And I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day.